Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's TechBan. Welcome back to Order and Chaos, Chapter 3, Outside, Looking In. Discord stared around his surroundings in confusion. He had gone wandering around the edges of the Shivering Isle, home to himself and his dad, and had stumbled across a bunch of doors that didn't actually exist. Always eager to discover something new, he hadn't hesitated to pop open one of the doors and duck through it. Unfortunately, as soon as he was through, the door vanished into total non-existence, leaving him no way back. He wasn't too concerned, as he'd yet to encounter anything that actually hurt him, and was certain his dad would come find him before he got into too much trouble. Or possibly after. Either way, fun. His surroundings now discouraged him in that regard, however. He found himself wandering around a mountainous region covered in white ash. In the distance, he heard boisterous bellows alternating between rage and celebration and the clash of steel. What made him more nervous was that none of the bellows sounded humanesque. While there weren't any true humans in the Shivering Isles, all the ones he had seen in his high-elevation explorations, Dad didn't want to meet people freely until he was big enough to properly intimidate, were human in shape and thus sounded humanesque in the range of noises. These sounded far more brutish. Cresting a cliff, he found himself staring down at a scene of absolute chaos, completely washing away his unease. The creatures below were roughly humanoid in shape, but with much rougher gray skin with less refined features. The males appeared brutish, while the females appeared feral. All had teeth jutting up from their lower jaws over their upper lips, and all were fully armed and armored. They were in a constant flow of battling each other, drinking and feasting, and doing other things that Discord didn't fully understand, but often wound up involving several males and females and resembled a different sort of fight. Some of those below were doing all of these things simultaneously. That'd be impressive to watch. While not the sort of thing Discord wanted to join in, it was certainly something he wanted a better look at. Coming out from behind the hill, he floated over the gathering for a better look. Before he got far, he felt power seize him. He recognized the sensation as being similar to when his dad's power gripped him, though this felt relatively weaker and focused very differently. He didn't know who grabbed him, but his struggles showed him that, at least for now, they were much stronger than he. However, the power also seemed focused in such a way as to not hurt him, so he relaxed to see who was doing it, and how he could give them enough headaches to let him go. The one that held him in their grip quickly became visible. He was not a brutish figure like those below, at least visibly. In fact, he was visibly indistinguishable from those battling and other things in the valley, save for a massive bleeding wound in his chest that did not heal. However, Discord wasn't limited to visual identification and plainly saw the aura of power that suffused his true being, the same aura that held Discord in its grip. The creature stared at Discord for a time. You're not native to my sphere, he stated softly, his free hand clutching a steel sword as long as his body, as the other bounced Discord in his power. And you're not the sort of creature that takes shape naturally in any land I am aware of. What sort of creature are you? Deco! Discord proclaimed eagerly, wiggling his talons and claws in an attempt to shape some chaos. A few butterflies appeared in the air over them, but they quickly dissolved. Discord pouted, not liking that he had so little power here, or in the grip of this one. Discord, the creature mused. I am Melakath. To where do you belong, little one? Dada! Discord declared, flicking himself in the chin and making his head do a flip in the air before landing back on his neck. Melakath released his sword to stroke his chin thoughtfully. I see, he mused thoughtfully, his voice gravelly and echoey. Plainly, you hail from one of the spheres. A creature such as you would either not last long or have drawn Daedric attention had you been amongst mortals. Tell me, do you know what you know of your father's aspect? Discord thought for a time. He didn't know what an aspect was, but he got the feeling this Melakath wanted him to describe his dad. After a bit of eternal debate, he figured out the one thing he could manage to say they felt represented his dad. Cheese! Melakath groaned, rubbing his forehead. Yes, you would be one of his, wouldn't you? He sighed ruefully. You call him Dad. Is he truly your father? Discord tilted his head, not understanding. Did he make you? Melakath clarified. Discord proclaimed firmly. He dada! Malakath's eyebrows rose. He took you in? At the nod from Discord, he frowned thoughtfully. That seems unlike him. But you do seem the sort that he would enjoy. Shifting his sword to his back, where it stayed because he told it to, he lifted Discord into his arms. Well, it would be best if you returned to him. Assuming he remembers you, he's probably worried by now. Turning, he walked off with the tiny chimera in his arms. But, Discord yearned back to the gathering they were leaving. Party! Malakath blinked in surprise. You wish to join in the revelry? He asked, surprised. Discord looked up at Malakath's size, then glanced at the size of the revelers, then his own diminutive size, before climbing up to Malakath's shoulder, clutching the sword hilt for balance. What? He asked hopefully. Fun! You feel no fear in the presence of the emissary? That's an Elder Scrolls orc, for those who aren't familiar with that term. I apologize, I had to look it up myself. Malakath asked in surprise. Nor loathing? Discord blinks, processing the question. Fear? Loathing? He glanced around and scooped a rock, popping one of his ears off, and handed both to Malakath, hopefully. Now party? Malakath stared in amazement. You who would be outcast and ostracized almost anywhere. You do not even understand the concept of fear and hate. Taking the rock, he slipped it into a pouch at his waist, then reattached the ear to Discord's head. I think I will speak more with Sheogorath after all, if only to keep this innocence of yours as long as possible. Dada! Discord promptly forgot about the party at the mention of his dad. Sheogorath passed frantically across the entire isle. Where is he? Structure collapsed and mountains sprang into existence from the power of his fighting, leaving even more madness in his wake than usual, as plants burst into butterflies and insects bloomed before dropping fruit. Any other day he would have marveled at the sight of a fruit fly, a winged piece of fruit that spat juices and seeds to both defend itself and make more of itself. But all his focus was on his missing child. Well, it is surprising to see you carry a single train of thought for so long, my lord, Haskell offered indifferently. It would perhaps be best if you calmed down somewhat. When we do recover the young lord, it would be best if he had a home to return to, wouldn't it? Do not tell me what to do, Haskell! Sheogorath snapped, blasting the ground all around Haskell with a thought and leaving the poor Chamberlain standing in a pillar in the center of a crater. I'm truly mad right now! My son has gone missing! He paused as he felt a niggle at the edge of the realm. What is that? Haskell quickly interpreted the message. Lord Malakath desires entry, my lord, he translated. Feeling another niggle, he smiled in relief. It would appear he has safely retrieved the young lord. Sheogorath immediately opened the gate between his realm and the ash pit, allowing Malakath to materialize upon the realm. At the sight of the creature clinging to Malakath's sword, he leapt out a whoop of joy and relief. Discord, my son, there you are! Rushing forward, he scooped up the little creature in his arms, clinging to him tightly as the little chimera giggled happily. Don't go wandering off again! I'll explode your head if you make me worry like that again! Discord blew a raspberry at his father before sprouting a second head, which also blew a raspberry before exploding with a bang like a party popper. Sheogorath laughed happily. That's my boy, he exclaimed, then shifted to deadly serious. But seriously, no wandering off with at least leaving another something, or no chocolate. Discord's eyes went wide, and he whimpered sorrowfully. I mean it, Sheogorath insisted. I was so worried about you, I actually managed a coherent train of thought for a full hour! Don't do that to me again! As Discord snuggled up to Sheogorath, Malakath smiled softly. So you did take him in, he murmured softly. That is pleasing. He would be ostracized almost anywhere. Seeing him, I had thought only I would look past his appearance and welcome him. I saw him first! Sheogorath proclaimed petulantly, hugging Discord tighter. Go get your own randomly appearing magical beast with a reality rewriting. This one's my kid! Malakath laughed softly. You might want to start escorting him around to the other realms, he suggested. He seems determined to explore. He is welcome to visit the ash pit. He seems eager to see the party. Party! Discord squealed happily, tugging on Sheogorath's tunic and gesturing to Malakath. What a marvelous idea! Sheogorath agreed. Malt chocolate! You're welcome to our tea parties! Malakath's eyes narrowed. He didn't like the bastardization of his name, but Sheogorath. What could he do? Besides, the invitation from Discord was surely genuine. I shall surely consider it. Discord wiggled out of Sheogorath's embrace and floated over to Malakath. He looked at his mouth, then flowed down to look in the wound. He shifted back and forth several times. Realizing what he was attempting to inquire, Malakath rolled his eyes and decided to humor the child. Conjuring a mug of mead, he chugged it down, squirting internally as part of the drink spurted from the wound. Discord and Sheogorath burst into giggles and laughter, applauding the trick. Malakath blinked for a time, and smiled for the first genuine smile he experienced since he took up the mantle of Daedra. Perhaps this wouldn't be so bad after all.